Let's take you straight to the top story we're tracking for you this evening. The stage may be set for Rahul Gandhi's coronation as the Congress president. Top party sources say his elevation to the top post could be a few weeks away, coinciding with a complete overhaul of the party leadership. Interestingly, the news comes weeks after the drubbing the Congress has suffered in the assembly polls and ahead of the all-important UP elections next year. While top party leaders have come out in support of the move, sources tell us there's a growing rift between the old and the new guard within the Congress over the move. But the big question remains, can Rahul Gandhi change the fortunes of the Congress? Isn't it time the Congress looked beyond the Gandhis for the party? Are the Gandhis becoming perhaps a burden for the grand old party? That is our big story tonight.
A change of guard at India's oldest political party may soon happen. 18 years after Sonia Gandhi was made Congress president, her son, the scion of the Gandhi family, and current Congress vice president Rahul Gandhi, could soon be the top boss of India's principal opposition party.
This is for the Congress president to decide. If she wishes to step down, as she's worked very hard in the last 20 years, and she feels that Rahul should take over, I think the entire party will support Rahul. Who is the opposition to say so? This is a Congress matter. If the BJP or somebody else says so, it's their bloody problem. They should keep out of it. Let us decide on our party.
45-year-old Rahul Gandhi has his work cut out. 12 years after he entered public life as an MP from Congress bastion Amethi, Rahul Gandhi will now have the unenviable task of turning around Congress's dipping fortune. Rahul Gandhi's coronation comes at a time when the party has lost 2 state elections and fared poorly in the remaining 2. In fact, Congress now has governments in only 6 states, with Karnataka being the only major state.
जब से राहुल गांधी कांग्रेस के उपाध्यक्ष बने हैं, देश कांग्रेस मुक्त हो रहा है. अगर अब वो अध्यक्ष बन गए, तो और तेजी से कांग्रेस मुक्त भारत के लिए काम करेंगे.
Ahead of the mother of all battles, Uttar Pradesh polls in 2017 and the general elections in 2019, Congress will need more than just a Gandhi surname to reverse its dipping fortunes. An enthused cadre, a complete organizational revamp in both rank and file, and of course, a way to connect with the urban young electorate, hungry for growth. Will Rahul Gandhi rise to the occasion? India is waiting. Gauri Dwivedi, ET Now, New Delhi.
Well, one thing's for sure, the recent electoral debacle has set the stage, many would say, for some major rejig and rethinking perhaps within the Congress party. But is Rahul Gandhi's elevation going to really change the fortunes of the party? We've got our colleague from Times Now, Sneha Murdani, who's joining in to talk to us about what's really being said, especially in Delhi circles. Sneha, when can we expect this rejig in the Congress? And, how is the old guard reacting to this news?
Well, several meetings of the Congress Working Committee have taken place after 2014 Lok Sabha debacle. The Congress Working Committee is, of course, the highest decision-making body of the Congress party. But Rahul Gandhi was not elevated. Even then, there were talks of his elevation, and those talks have been going on for 2 years now. However, this one, which is expected in a couple of days from now, perhaps is going to finally decide on Rahul Gandhi's elevation. But clearly, there is a divide within the Congress party. Senior leaders are there who talk about the fact that a couple of decisions that he's taken probably were not correct, and he still needs the guidance of his mother, so he should continue as the vice president of the party. He anyway is taking a couple of important decisions within the party. But there are other leaders, younger leaders, who say that Rahul Gandhi now needs his own team. He needs that position. He needs to become the Congress president. He needs to lead us from the front. We need a young leader, and that's why we want him. Many of them speak off record, but interestingly, now people have, are talking about this in the open. For example, Pratap Singh Bajwa did talk about the fact that Rahul Gandhi needs his own new team, hence indicating that there are seniors in the party who are not in sync with Rahul Gandhi. So perhaps this decision will come in this Congress Working Committee meeting. However, we can confirm that there's certainly going to be a rejig in the organization of the AICC, which means that there's going to be a new team in place. This was also very much on the cards, and this new team is certainly going to have the stamp of Rahul Gandhi.
Okay, Sneha, thanks so much for that. Let's take you straight then to that big debate this evening. And the questions really that we're asking, will this change be enough for the Congress, a party that's fighting to regain national relevance, or does it need a lot more? Should the Congress let younger leaders take charge, or are the Gandhis perhaps indispensable for the grand old party? Let's put forth all those questions to our panel of politicians and experts who are joining in on the show this evening. From the Congress, we've got Priyanka Chaturvedi. Of the BJP is Sambit Patra, and Times of India's consulting editor Sagarika Ghosh is here with us as well. All three of you, thank you so much for taking time out for us. And Priyanka, we'll kickstart things with you. Simple question. Do you think this is the right time for Rahul Gandhi to take over?
I do not think there is something called as the right time or the wrong time in politics. If we see the need for changes after doing an introspection of our losses, of things that have happened, and it has been a long-standing demand from the younger generation of Congress people for him to take over. So considering introspection was one part of it, the want of the young leaders also voicing their opinion on something like this. It is probably, we must understand that we have done exceedingly well with both of them together, who are able to guide us. The senior leadership has been able to guide us because of the experience, and the young leadership which is willing to take on the mantle and the challenge that we as a party face, not just the party, even the country face at this point of time in creating an alternate narrative. Maybe it is the right time for us to look at whatever changes that people of the country expected us to do.
Sambit, let's ask you that. Priyanka says there's no right time or wrong time, but the point is that the time is now. So in that sense, do you believe that, this time is crucial for Rahul Gandhi, and is this a good time for him to sort of take over the reins of the party?
Now, as far as the timing of making Rahul Gandhi the president of Congress is concerned, as far as who becomes the president of Congress is concerned, it is totally the prerogative of the Congress party. It is an internal matter of the Congress party. Let them make whomsoever they wish to make the president of the Congress party at whatsoever time they feel fit to. That is not a matter on which the Bharatiya Janata Party would be commenting.
Okay, then what about the fact that, let's say we do see a leadership change, Sambit, and even if that were to happen, do you believe that it will beef up the fortunes of the Congress party, which has been on a constant decline since the 2014 Lok Sabha election?
As far as the leadership change in the Congress is concerned, as far as Mr. Rahul Gandhi becoming the president of Congress and thereafter changing the fortunes of Congress is concerned, that can hardly happen. Because look, Mr. Rahul Gandhi's way of functioning, Mr. Rahul Gandhi's ideas are something which is absolutely known to the people. It's not that Mr. Rahul Gandhi is new to politics, it's not that he is new to the Congress. We have seen that when he was functioning as the vice president, what were his ideas? In fact, a person's future can be pronounced or extrapolated from his history. His history has volume to speak. If you see him as a parliamentarian, you would be astonished to know the track record of Mr. Rahul Gandhi as a parliamentarian. He was absent for most of the time as per the parliament attendance sheet itself. He has an episodic way of functioning. He doesn't have the consistency. He is absolutely confused. So naturally, when he becomes the president, will he reinvent himself is a question which the congressmen have to answer. As far as the people of India are concerned, they have already made up an image of Rahul. The two arts, that is Rahul and responsibility, hardly go together.
Priyanka, since Sambit mentioned, Rahul Gandhi sort of reinventing himself, why just him reinventing himself? Many would sort of put forth the argument that it's perhaps time for the party to reinvent itself. Do you believe that it's time to end dynasty politics for the Congress and perhaps even look beyond the Gandhis? Because, many top leaders have very openly suggested that the Congress party right now needs a major surgery.
No, major surgery does not mean a heart transplant surgery, there are changes that are needed. Everyone acknowledges that. People of the country have expected that from us. People within the party were expecting that there is going to be a new path that we treat, considering the challenges that we face as a political party. So keeping everything in mind, changes are likely to happen, and changes should be such that they impact us and help us in the long term to grow stronger and grow better and connect with people better. and that is the reason why probably a delay, but trying to understand what people expect from us and what is expected of a political party which is in opposition at this point in time, as far as people of the country are concerned, is something which we would want to look into and which we would want to implement. Like I said, however, having said that, it would be the senior leaders of the party who constitute the CWC who will take a final call on something like this. But we do need whatever changes that people expect from us, we will keep that in mind. Whatever changes that we have got or feedback that we have got from within the party consultations, we will keep that in mind, and then effectively changes will happen in terms of whatever needs to be done to strengthen the organization and build a narrative which is alternate to the narrative that is being pushed by the Bharatiya Janata Party.
Okay, let's pull Sagrika in on this discussion as well. Sagrika, what's your sense? Do you believe this is a good time for Rahul Gandhi to take over? You know, given that the UP elections are like some 8 months away, so many would say that this is a good time to actually hit that reset button. But Rahul Gandhi, just a leadership change, will it sort of help beef up the fortunes at all of the Congress party?
I think the issue now is not if it will happen, but when it will happen. As you rightly say, the mother of all battles awaits in UP next year. That is going to be the big election, and perhaps some congressmen feel, perhaps there is some feeling within the Congress, which I have picked up on, that this is the cooling off period. These assembly elections have just happened. There are now 8 months to go before UP happens. Perhaps this is a good time for a change in leadership so that the Congress can go into the Uttar Pradesh elections with Rahul Gandhi as the president of the party. But as you rightly say, it's not just a question of a leadership change. What is the big idea that Rahul is bringing to the table? What will be the team that he will bring with him? Remember, we're also talking at the same time of an AICC reshuffle, a complete thoroughgoing change in the AICC that is being talked about. Many senior leaders like Digvijay Singh, like Shashi Tharoor, like Jairam Ramesh have spoken about surgery, that the Congress doesn't need introspection, it needs surgery. So, therefore, simply limiting it to a leadership change perhaps will not do the trick. The question remains, what is the big idea that Rahul Gandhi is bringing to the table? That remains the big question.
Priyanka, let's talk about the other thing that a lot of people are talking about. And, you know, some believe that Priyanka Gandhi perhaps is the ideal person to rejuvenate the Congress. Can she turn around the party's fortunes? Or, you know, because many would say that the alleged charges against her husband, Robert Vadra, perhaps could come as a bit of a spoiler.
No, I wouldn't want to speculate on something which keeps coming through agencies or through sources or through, word of mouth. Speculation that arises does not mean that we need to counter it at every point of time. It is a decision for her to take. It is a decision that ultimately depends on her whether she would want to be full-time into politics. And this is a question that has been raised time and time again. So I would not want to respond to something which is based purely on speculation or some people's belief that, you know, this is a better alternative or this is an alternate alternative, etc. So I would want to concentrate on things that exist now, changes that we can make after various consultations, and senior leadership keeping in mind what people of the country expect from us, as well as what people within the party are expecting from the senior leaders.
Okay, so Sagrika, Priyanka, you know, sort of remaining very tight-lipped there. But what's your own sense? The Congress is a party that you've sort of tracked for many years. Would you say that there is, you know, some talking within that perhaps Priyanka Gandhi is the lady for the job? She'll get the job done. And to what extent do you believe, you know, all this news and alleged rumors about Robert Vadra could be a bit of a spoke in the wheel?
Priyanka Gandhi does continue to be handicapped to some extent by the allegations that have surrounded Robert Vadra, and will probably be, in some senses, a bit of a political liability as far as that is concerned. There is no doubt about her charisma, there is no doubt about her leadership potential, but of course she has consistently kept to the background so far, campaigning only in the family pocket boroughs and not campaigning anywhere else. But I continue to believe that perhaps the Robert Vadra factor may be one reason why she is being a little inhibited about dipping into full-time politics. About the leadership of Rahul Gandhi, again the question arises, the way in which the assembly elections were fought recently, the alliance with the Left Front in West Bengal, that was a Rahul Gandhi brainchild. He forged that alliance with Sitaram Yechuri. That alliance did not work. It has probably finished the CPM in West Bengal forever. In Assam, the architect of the BJP's victory was Himanta Biswa Sharma, who has gone on record repeatedly saying that he left the party because of Rahul Gandhi, and the fact that Rahul Gandhi is surrounded only by blue-blooded people, only by the sons of fathers, of famous fathers, and therefore he left. And Himanta Biswa Sharma has gone on to state on record repeatedly that the Congress is in the situation that it is in because of Rahul Gandhi. So it's not just the old guard that is rebelling against Rahul Gandhi. Even young people like Himanta Biswa Sharma, who crafted that victory for the BJP now, has rebelled because of Rahul Gandhi. So it's difficult to see the party really rallying and coming together as a fighting force under Rahul Gandhi, given the evidence that exists today. Maybe he will be able to galvanize the party. Maybe when he comes in, he'll have a brand new idea and will change things around. At the moment, it really doesn't look as if without a brand new idea and a brand new team, Rahul Gandhi will be able to do much for the fortunes of the Congress.
Right. So Priyanka, basically what Sagrika is saying, that there is this sense, and we've heard time and again a bunch of political experts say that as well, that the Congress is facing a serious leadership crisis. How would you respond to that?
I mean, that I do not understand why such kind of questions keep arising and such kind of speculations that keep coming up very often, and a question we are asked often. We have been, along with the Congress president right now and the vice president together, they have been at the forefront of any changes that have happened with regards to state leaderships or changes that are happening within the organization internally. We have only enriched ourselves further because of both of them, and both of them coming together and ensuring that the party treads ahead with all the challenges that we face. But like I said, and I would want to reiterate, that we have a CWC in place, we have senior leaders in place who understand these challenges much better than many of the young leaders would probably understand. And it would be a good mix of, like I said, the young leaders as well as the senior leaders, and taking in mind everybody's point of view.
Samvit, the other option is that perhaps it's time the Congress now looked beyond the Gandhis.
See, the options, whether they have options or they do not have option, is something which the congressmen and the Congress party should be introspecting and should be looking into. We should not be suggesting them as to what they should be doing. But since it's a political scenario, and since some of the top congressmen themselves have been advocating for a major surgery within the Congress, the question is today Mr. Rahul Gandhi is projected as the surgeon-in-chief, as if he is to conduct the major surgery. The only thing the people of this country are asking, if he is a surgeon-in-chief, is it that in 2019 we would have a post-mortem of the Congress party, or will Congress party survive with a major surgery? Let's wait and watch.
Priyanka, despite the back-to-back drubbings in the recent assembly polls, there seems to be no opposition to the top leadership. Would you say that this all-round sort of sycophancy among the senior leadership has done irreparable damage to your party?
No, it's extremely, again, unfortunate to accuse somebody of losses. We live in a democratic country where democracy reigns supreme, where people of the country reign supreme. They decide who they will vote into power, who they will vote out of power. They gave us a chance, they gave us 2 terms of governance where we tried to live up to the expectations of the people. We have been voted out and voted into opposition. Does not mean end of the road for a political party. Let's not forget, Bharatiya Janata Party started from 2 seats, after a drubbing, it came down to 2 seats inside the parliament and went on to win 282. So it's about winning the confidence of the people, understanding what they want from us, understanding about the need to create an alternate narrative to what the Bharatiya Janata Party is giving to this nation, whether it is on economic indicators, whether it is on social welfare indicators, whether it is about creating caste divide, religion divide, on various other issues. It is something that we will tackle, and we will bring an alternate vision plan, alternate narrative to what Bharatiya Janata Party is giving to the people of this country.
Samit, time really for one last question. And do you believe that, the Gandhis perhaps need the Congress more than the Congress actually needs the Gandhis, especially at a time when the family we know is facing several charges of corruption and impropriety in public life?
Who needs whom within the Congress is for the Congress to think, but the country does not need the Congress. The country does not need corruption. The country does not need nepotism. The country does not need crony capitalism. The country does not need the Gandhis. That's absolutely clear.
Okay, all three of you, Priyanka, Sambit and Sagarika, we'll leave it at that. Thank you so much for taking time out for us this evening here on India Tonight.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.